Shalom Aleichem, it's Ya'Kov Shepard here from King David's Tomb, KingDavidKabbalah.com. We are in Parashat Bereshit, and I want to give a Kabbalistic insight about what is going on in Eretz Israel right now. I'm sure you all heard that there's a war, and there's many people that are very scared, and there's a lot to say about it. I did few recordings, few videos this week. Those that missed it are welcome to look in our YouTube channel, King David Kabbalah. I want to go another step and to explain a little bit deeper the meaning of war, this war specifically and generally. We know that everything around us, all over the physical world, is a manifestation of spiritual process that is taking place. And this spiritual process is basically the process of tikkun, the rectification that Hashem is leading through the world, through the creation. For thousands of years, all of the time of the creation is a big, long process of tikkun. And every part is important. Every part of the tikkun is important. And the reason is because Hashem is complete. Shalem, shlemut. One of the names of Hashem is Shalom, which is completion. So anything that is not completed, anything that is missing, cannot be within the existence of Hashem. And we are within that process of rectification and completion, which is basically the same process of coming closer to Hashem, which is what I'm always speaking about. Now, the whole subject of fear is basically one of the ways of the Yetzer Hara. The evil incarnation is controlling us by fear. And we have to understand that whatever is awakening fear within us, that is not fear of Hashem, is pushing us to the wrong direction. So there's many people that they are looking on the news and all kinds of pictures of the war, this, that, all kinds of different things that are going on in the world, and they are getting themselves into a state of fear, which is basically arousing the evil incarnation within them in a way, different direction, but like looking on wrong things of not that are not modest pictures or video that are pushing people away from Hashem in a different direction. Basically, it is the same way, the same war. So we look on the war like between Am Israel and the Arabs, but really the war is between coming closer to Hashem or going away from Hashem. So when we are in a state of war, it doesn't matter if it is Arabs or other enemies that are attacking us in different ways, personal level, national level, world level, who knows. We have to understand, first of all, that it's all coming from Hashem. There's nothing but Hashem. Hashem is controlling everybody. All of those terrorists, all of those people that are fighting in all different directions, even though vast majority of them are not aware of that, they are tools in the hands of Hashem to help us to come closer to Hashem. This is the way that Hashem chose to bring us closer to Him this time. And it is not easy to find what Hashem wants from us. Every time something like that is happening, But that's what we have to look. We have to look on the world around us, the war and everything else that is going on, in eyes of what Hashem wants from me. So if we understand this, that's what it's about. It's not about the Arabs and the Jews. It's not about all kinds of politics and conspiracies and this and that. Obviously, all of that exists in the world, but that's not what it's about. There is a hidden message. There is a hidden world that is what's really going on. And as much as we're becoming to be aware of that, we can understand many, many things. It can open up doors within our mind, within our spirit, that will help us to grow from this experience, meaning coming closer to Hashem. So there is a concept that it is spoken a lot in the Hasidut, coming from the Baal Shem Tov. Rav Nachman is talking about it a lot. It is called Ir'a Nefula, a fear that fell down. What does it mean? The fear that we should have is Ir'a, that is really translates better as awe. That this is the fear of Hashem, which is very important to have. It's one of the most important things. It should be a goal for us to achieve. And whenever there is something that we feel fear from that is not Hashem, it fell down from being positive fear that is helping us in our growth, and it brings us away from Hashem instead of coming closer to Hashem. And the answer that we have to give ourselves is that Hashem wants us to take that fallen fear and elevate it, bring it up back to its place. And it is very hard to do for many people. It's a lot of struggle, but it is possible if we are focusing our mind and heart and we know what we want. So then we can achieve that and we can reach very, very high level through that experience. And this is the main message that I wanted to give for this week. I was thinking about taking an article of Zohar or talking about the reincarnation, but I feel that it would be much more relevant if we will focus ourselves, our strength, on what is going on and find a way to use what is going on for the right purpose. So, first of all, I don't recommend anyone to watch the news and the videos and the pictures of this war or other wars. That usually the results of that is that pulls us down. But the feelings that you have of fear that is not fear of Hashem, the way to treat it is telling yourself over and over, it's all Hashem, it's coming from Hashem, there's nothing but Hashem. As much as we have that understanding, as much as we have that knowledge that there's nothing but Hashem, and no one can hurt anyone outside of the plan of Hashem. I know it sounds mind-blowing for many people, specifically people that lost their relatives or good friends and so on. It's very hard to hear it. It's much easier to blame this person, that person, all kinds of people around for what they did and so on. But you're not gaining anything by blaming other people. But if you take the road that I'm proposing to you, you can actually gain from what's going on. More than that, it's not that you're gaining, it makes the death of those that die, it makes the suffering of those that suffered, that become to be worth it within the big picture of the process of tikkun that is taking place within the world. And I'll say it in a stronger way. When people are not using what's going on around them in this way as tools, as ways to come closer to Hashem, not only that it makes all the suffering and all the death to be in vain, it actually, as if, God forbid, pushing Hashem to do more severe things, to shake us up, to wake us up. So we really have to put our mind and heart in this process and look on the big picture of the tikkun of the world, to understand that it's not about this person, this nation, that nation. Yes, we have to do efforts in this world, we have to protect ourselves and so on, the people that are dear to us, we have to help to those that are suffering, for sure. I'm doing that, Baruch Hashem, but the most important thing is the inner process that is taking place. And when you have that focus, it definitely helps you to deal with all that is going on in a much, much better, healthier way. So, again, I don't know what people are experiencing, but I can assume from what I know, people that are listening to my words, that many people are very worried. And the worry, to be worried, to be fearful, can be positive if you're doing it right. And it can be very, very negative and bring destruction if it is done in a wrong way. That's why it is so important for me to give you this message. So use those fear that you have from what's going on and redirect that fear to Hashem by understanding that it's coming from Hashem, and the moment that we will do what we need to do, it can all stop. The whole war can be very, very short when we bring it into the right direction within us. The manifestation around us will take place. So please, don't miss this opportunity and strengthen yourself, gather your inner strength to elevate the fear to Hashem, and all that strong emotions that you have, use it as a tool to help you to do good things. Use it as a tool to bring you to help other people. Use it as a tool to help you to pray stronger. Use it as a tool to help you to sit down and practice the meditations that I taught with so many videos. All of those things that you thought that you don't have time for that and you're too busy for that and so on and so forth. When you have something like that, it can push you into do good things. And when you are using this opportunity in this way, this is something that can be very, very significant for your own process of spiritual growth and for the tikkun of the whole world. Now, before I finish, I want to tell you that me, myself, besides of the classes that I recorded, I have quite a bit of people that I'm helping with food and shelter and clothing in different ways. And right now I'm in the middle of fundraising process to gather money to bring spiritual protection to the soldiers that are fighting in the front of the war specifically. I understand that many of them, they would like to wear tzitzit, but they don't have tzitzit that they can wear because the army allows them just clothing in the color of the uniform, this kind of green, olive green or gray, depends which unit they are. So I'm trying to gather all the money that I can to make a big purchase of tzitzit. Obviously, like everything else, as much as I gather more money and I can buy wholesale bigger amounts, so the price for each one drops down. Without wholesale, just when they buy it like one by one. So it's about 70 to 75 shekels, good tzitziot with those colors. I hope that we will manage to gather enough money to buy a few thousands of tzitziot for all of those soldiers. There's 100,000 soldiers that are basically in the front of the war now. So as much as we can, that will be an amazing help. Whoever is able to help with that can be very significant for them and for the people that are donating, that are helping. Great merit. And it really seems like we are in the midst of the process of the revelation of Mashiach. I really hope that we will all have the merit to gather together and to hear the words of Torah of Mashiach here in Yerushalayim very soon, that the whole world will be full of peace and happiness and health and only good things. Hashem. Thank you very much again. If you don't have a link to press to look for this campaign that we called Help Israel, so you can definitely go to our website and find it there. Any donation that comes, that you write a note, Help Israel, I know that you mean that it will go in that for that purpose. So please help us, join us to help them. Visit our website, King David Kabbalah, and make a donation, make a note, Help Israel. And I give you my word, it will use for this purpose and helping other people that needs help within this situation. Many people that are coming to me for different reasons that I need to help them. So there's a lot of needs. Baruch Hashem. Many, many blessings. Shabbat Shalom U'Vorach. And Bezrat Hashem, good news for everybody. Amen. Ki Yeh Ratzon.